What's up, guys? I'm gonna make a video for you guys today. The prices, the market is kind of pumping a bit, so I want to lay out some bids for you guys if you're looking to get back inside. I wouldn't really recommend. I wouldn't really recommend just like market buying here because first let's get into Bitcoin, and I'm gonna show you guys what I see in Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, this trend is still kind of holding this channel. And going forward, I'm just playing. I'm playing this channel, and I'm going to break down a few things with Bitcoin for you guys to keep your eye on. First thing is this blue line is the 50 MA, and we have basically stayed above this line from fucking God knows when for a long ass time, man. We've been above this 50 MA. 2015 we just stayed above it, and granted that this thing was got really low, we still, even regardless though, from all our dips we stayed above it, and now we came crashing through it. And right now the 3-day 50 mi is around 9,600. We're at 9,300. So I was expecting resistance right in this zone here, just before 10 figures, 5 figures, sorry. So we are kind of close to there. It can be deceiving to just look at the price and think like, oh, look, everything is gravy, everything is good. However, you want to let some of these candles play itself out. Today is the 14th, the 12th. So we're going to get a new 3-day in 8 hours. So I'm looking for this to open up above this line. This is that old trend line that we maintain, this old channel. I'm looking to stay above there, open above it on the 3-day. The 1 week we're still away. On the 1 day, I was looking at, yeah, I'm looking to also stay above it. This channel that I drew, I took this line and then I posted it here, and I drew a pitchfork, and we're basically in the middle of the channel, just from a geometry aspect. We're in the middle of the channel. What was it called? Go back to here, and I want to do one more thing with the weekly 50. So as we hit the 50 MA on all these other time frames, the weekly we've still yet to hit it. And let me take this off. Right now it's at 5,063. No, it doesn't really mean much, but these are just things to keep your eye on going forward. When you see when you see things on the higher time frame start to break, you want to also see how they react on higher. When you see things on the lower time frames start to break one by one, you want to switch to the higher time frames and get an idea of where those breakages would be at. So, this we've gone through the 1-day cloud, right, which was a huge deal, right? Um, we went, we haven't gone through the 3-day cloud and the 1-week cloud. And this weekly is really far away. The 3-day is around first, second week of March. So it's quite possible for us to get a run up to the top of this channel, 11,000, and 11,000 is where a lot of people are expecting a sell off. In a bullish scenario, we would get to 11,000, we would sell off, and then we would still hold above this box. There's a good chance that we're headed to this box, or to this 9,500 area, 9,800 area, just before 5 figures. Just looking at what else I have. one more thing I wanted to do is the weekly. So far, it's looking bullish. The formation of it. However, we still got another, 4 days left in the week, so it's still too early to judge it. Let's see, 6 hour. Yeah, and yesterday, what caught my attention was that we popped into this cloud, this 6 hour cloud. So we got into it. We made a run up. If you want to put a stop, I would put a stop around 8260, 80, let's say 8200. Or if you really want to have like a kind of like a real good confirmation stop, I would keep it here, 76 or 78. Yeah, 78. You could put a stop below here, I think would be good. 78. But that's still 2000 off. You would take kind of a hit. But what we could also be doing here is if we find resistance around this area, we could sell down and begin to form ascending triangle. Same thing happened here. We made a move up, right? And then once we got up, we tried to make an ascending triangle, which failed. I'm trying to see something. So if you're now, I want to get into entry. So if you're looking at entries, I would switch to like this 6 hour and place some bids around here. You know, sorry, place some bids at the bottom of the cloud here, or you can switch to the 3 hour. And this is the other thing. I would go to the 3 hour and I would keep my eye on the price staying above this cloud, this 9,095 level. If we can just stay above 9,500, 9,000 area and stay above this line and continue to open above it, I think we're going to get a run up. So if you can place, you can wait and see how it gets supportive over here. But I would basically layer my bids around 9,000 area and 8,400, 8,300. There will be pullbacks. This thing's gonna swing its way back and forth. But for now, it is pumping, and I expect people to FOMO a bit. But for me, I am. See, this is the thing to keep in mind is that usually what happens is a lot of the top tens start to pump one after another. So EOS has hit a high of 20. It's only at 9. Litecoin has hit a high of 350. It's really done well here. I'm going to get into that. Ripple is another one. And I'm going to show you guys Ethereum Classic, Ripple, Monero, Litecoin, and Ethereum for entries. So just to quickly wrap up with Bitcoin, keep your eye on this channel, and you can watch it to get supportive around this cloud, or you can just layer your bids around here. That's the 3 hour. Yeah, the 6 hour, and keep attention. Keep just my whole thing is that once this price stays supportive around this line, I'm gonna really start to like pour in the rest of my balance. Until then, I'm playing it safe because I've been expecting kind of a fake out move. And if you look at these other these other these other moves that we've had this month, this is about 13 days before selling down. This one is we're only yeah, we're only 8 days into this move, so 14. It would be about the next weekly candle. Even here, we had moved from here up. It was about 14 days before a sell off. So You've only had a week since the bounce, so I'm just saying you guys don't rush too much in. Don't FOMO in. Play your position smartly. Stick to the original analysis if you are bearish. Sorry, and I'm just going to go through some other coins here. Let's start off with XRP. XRP looks like a good buy. I think you can catch an entry. If we sell down, I could picture an entry. I would place an entry here at 86 cents, um, or we could potentially hit 81 cents. This is a very uh, this area over here. I think you could catch a wick down here if we're going to keep chopping it up. Uh, in the short term, though, this thing has the potential to run up. I would say to 140 area, just around there, 120 to 140. Oh, if you want to enter in now and then layer bids here and put some sells here, it would be a good idea. And the other one I wanted to look at was XMR. So I wanted to look at this on and this thing could run up to $1.70. If Bitcoin has its run up to 11, I would expect it to end up here or here. It's the other one, XMR. This one is finding it's close to the bottom of this cloud. Uh, I would, to me, this is going to be strong resistance. This zone right here. It also matches up with these wicks. So if you're buying now, you're looking at about 10% on your money before it really hits. It's already kind of in its resistance zones. This thing could sell down to 21 if it gets bad, or 250. If you want to get into this, put some bids at 250 and wait. Sorry, I'm just looking at my sheet. What's the other one I wanted to show you guys? LTC has had an amazing run. However, it just hit tag the top of this cloud. Top of this cloud. Keep an eye for the new candle to open in the cloud on the daily in 8 hours and maintain the cloud. From here, it might chop up. If not, it could sell back down to 262, and we could test this area from the top. So keep your eye on that if you want to enter. If you want to be safe, I would layer bids here and just wait, because I feel like we're still going to be in a choppy market. I feel like there's way too much resistance above us, so I'm expecting more chop. You'll see these sporadic, bullish runs, but I'm expecting more chop before going up. And the other one I wanted to talk about. Sorry, let me just look at this one on the 6 hours. Yeah, and this would be another entry. If you want a more bullish entry, put it around here. This was the 260. This thing could sell down to here. There's some news that came out, but I would expect a test of this, maybe this 200 MA. And, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing sold back down to the 100 areas, but you can place a bid here around 190, 187 if you really want to get in. If you want to try to find a lower bid, I would place it at 164. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just going to write these down as well so that I can post them all at once. Ethereum Classic. No, Ethereum. Sorry, Ethereum is starting to make its pump. It's right at the old high of 908. This thing could run up to here easily to 240. If not, it could run to 995. So if you're looking to sell some, I would layer some bids around here between 995 and 943. You get a run up to here. If not, let me see what the 3 hour looks like. Yeah, the 3 hour hasn't cleared the cloud yet. I think will still be some resistance here. We got to see how it acts. But we might break through up here and then sell back down to 914. Depends how bullish we get. Now I could see 780 being the lower side of the bids, depending on what kind of a pullback we're able to get. On EOS is kind of the same. It's following Ethereum's pattern, more or less. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. On the daily, we broke through that daily cloud. Now we're basically at this top of this cloud. From a risk to reward ratio, I would let EOS do its thing, see if it can get up into this cloud, and then I would layer a bid at 960 once it passes $9.60. And finally, I'm going to go to Ethereum Classic. Yeah, Ethereum Classic has these major suppression wicks. Like, this thing wants to pop, but someone keeps suppressing it. And I think we just got another one. So I'm expecting this thing to push back down. Not because it's shit, but just because of this manipulation. It's just not stopping. Whoever is pumping pushing this shit down, when they're out of the picture, this thing is gonna fly. So I'm really bullish on Ethereum Classic in the long run. Ethereum Classic and Litecoin, to me, I'm really bullish. Ethereum, it depends what happens with this Senate hearing and these ICOs and securities. There's a bunch of things that are going on right now. That is going to play a huge part in the price of Ethereum, I think, going forward. However, for Ethereum Classic, the daily so far is looking a little bit bearish. Still got 8 hours in the day. We got to see how it closes. And for a pullback, I would say 29 for sure. But we could catch bids as low as 22, 21. The hour. Oof. Yeah, this thing is really. I see a test from the top at 27. I have alerts set when it passes 31 and when it hits 27. So I wouldn't be surprised. Let me try to find another cloud. See which cloud. Yeah, I'm really bullish on a 30. You could get in for 30. I wouldn't really buy at this price. This area there was a lot of congestion in this area. It's the volume profile indicator. Yeah, this is where it's meeting its resistance. You could chop it up in this zone here. It's had a nice run. I mean, this thing fucking almost tripled itself. Ethereum Classic. I had a bit of Ethereum Classic. And yeah, I think I've covered everything here. In times like this, you want to kind of not really chase so much whatever's pumping, like this or so. You want to kind of look at the things that aren't pumping. Like Neo, I think if there's an ICO coming up, that's going to be a good buy. EOS has that choppiness, that cloud that it's in. IOTA could potentially take off. NEM might be a good buy. When you look at the ones like Litecoin, these things that have already gone vertical, I would kind of not be so horny to jump in them at this point. Let them pull back, lay your bids behind the price, and try to catch wicks on these pullbacks. Mizego had a good run today. But yeah, I want to kind of look for things that haven't really had that vertical pump yet. One that I want to get into, however, the chart is making me doubt it a bit, is Cardano ADA. Let me just do a quick ADA breakdown as well. I'm going to go to the BTC version. Yeah, this BTC of ADA has a lot of gaps, from here and here. I'm not so bullish on this thing turning around right away. I think if you're patient, you can catch this zone here, uh, this zone here, basically where these fibs line up, and this zone here. But I'm more leaning towards this thing correcting itself. Maybe I should start from here, and the bounce of this thing. So this thing is kind of forming a bearish triangle, descending triangle. If Bitcoin sells off, this thing will hit here easily. So you can lay your bid at 25,000 Satoshis, 26,000 Satoshis. And if Bitcoin goes even lower, I would see it hit here at some point. Or if Bitcoin goes very bullish. If it goes very bullish and people start to chase Bitcoin and dump their alts, this one could go here or here. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much the analysis for today. Understand that there is a expected sell-off around this 11,000, 10,800 area. I would like to see the price get up to here and stay above the 10 figures for me to change my stance on it. However, I'm still keeping my eye. I'm still watching this yellow line. This yellow line, for those that don't know, we were in this up channel from like June 5th, 2017. And every time we got to this line, we sold off, we sold off, we sold off, we sold off. Then we broke through it, and then we sold down, and then we went up. And if we are able to stay above this channel, to me, it kind of shows that Bitcoin is going to continue. But if we can't maintain this channel here, it shows that even this natural growth, this natural progression, this ebb and flow of demand and supply has been reversed and changed. So we need to open outside of it and maintain the line and get some kind of a push up for me to confirm a breakage of this line. It's quite possible too that this thing could just kind of hug this area, for a long time, hug it until we get to this downtrend where we really have to make a decision. But yeah, and if we hug this trend line, I expect all the other, top 10 market cap alts to pop off. Yeah, but for me, I was really expecting this gap to be filled around this area here. We would need some FUD for that, and there's also futures contracts. However, I'm not so. How do I say it? I'm not. I'm not. I'm not like confirming that this is, you know, confirmation of a new all-time high or anything crazy like that. I don't think we're out of the dangerous areas yet, but I'm leaning more to a potential test of this area than anything else. So yeah, guys, that's the breakdown for February 14th. We have a Facebook group. We have a Telegram group. I'm going to post the links below. Join them, they're free. We also have a private mastermind group. For details on how to join the private mastermind, it gives you access to premium signals, and premium newsletters, and premium courses on how to trade and manage your trades in the crypto market and all markets. I'll leave the details below, how to get in contact with that. Great day. You guys make a lot of money, and don't FOMO, don't panic.